salt air.
Hi, happy August. The way like literally almost forgot. I'm gonna be doing July wrap up and then August TBR. Honestly, I read a lot in July because I got a library card and I've been using the Libby app, so I've been like listening to a lot of audiobooks. So I'm exceeding my reading challenge. I'm so excited and I'm obsessed with audiobooks. So without further ado, let's get into what I read in July. The first book I read for July is The Crown of Gilded Bones by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the third book. Yeah, but from Blood and Ash, it's the third book. I feel like it kind of took me a minute to get through. There's some things in this series where I'm just like not amused, but I feel like the core of it is like something that I like. So I mean, if I just look past a couple things, what was I saying? Oh, if I just look past those couple things where I'm like, what? Oh, ow. I'm still like really enjoying this series, and I finally have the fourth one because I really wish I would have just continued the momentum and kept reading the series, but circumstances, and I just like, didn't really have time. So I am looking forward to see, because this one kind of ended on like a high note. So I'm like, okay, what's the next one gonna be about? So yeah, that was The Crown of Gilded Bones. Slay. And then the next book I read was, I've had this book on my shelf for a while. It's In a Jam by Kate Canterbury. It's actually cute. Like she like goes back to like her grandma's farm, and the guy like makes jam, and it literally took me like half of the book to be like, that's why it's called In a Jam. Yeah, anyway, it was cute, a little slow for me. Like it started off like super, gripping. And then kind of in the middle, it was just very like, I don't understand when people like just can't be upfront and honest. And like don't like, I don't understand when people just like can't like say how they feel and just be upfront no matter like what the circumstances are. Like, I don't know, I'd rather just like be honest and speak my feelings and my truth than like, I don't know, like try to protect other people, or I don't know. I'm not afraid of like rejection or anything. So that's a me thing. But the characters in this book did not have that. But in the end, when they got together, it was so cute. The little kind of like Easter eggy things in the beginning, and then in the end when you find out, super, super cute. I gave this one, oh, I haven't been telling my rating. Okay, I gave The Crown of Gilded Bones 5 stars, because again, I really liked it. Like, despite the couple of things, I enjoyed it. And then I gave In a Jam 3 stars because again, like there was like that whole like speaking your feeling thing. It was a little bit slow. I mean, it's like a thick ass book. Like, I don't think it needed to be that thick, but overall it was really cute. I liked it a lot. Okay, and then I went to the library. Okay, this is where things get interesting. I listened to, I guess, The Selection by Kira Cass. This was like a really big thing when I was in middle school. I was in middle school from like 2011 to like 2013. This series was like popping off. I listened to the first one. I'm obsessed. I love like anything like royal, princess, like fairy tale vibe. And it has that, but it's like a mix between that and like a dystopia. It's like The Bachelor, but in a dystopia, if that makes sense. I finished the first one, and I gave that one 3 stars, because again, it wasn't like, truly gripping. Like the main character was she's a little bit, you know, irritating. And like personally, if it was me, like I would choose the prince, but you know, she has her own thing. But I finished the first audiobook so quickly. I think it's a smaller book. I go to read the second one. They don't have the audiobook. They only have the first and the third one. Girl. So if I have time, maybe I'll just read the second one like normal. But I kind of liked that I could like listen to it while like blow drying my hair, like taking a shower, or like cleaning and stuff. Like that's why I listen to so many audiobooks, because that's like, instead of listening to music, I was like listening to audiobooks. So I mean, it was cute though, like really recommend the selection, and I really want to continue the rest of the series. Then this one was a little bit unexpected. I listened to Honey by Isabel Banta. It was, if you know me, you know I love like pop stars, like early 2000s. Like I'm obsessed with Britney Spears. I love her from like the 2000s. I love her now. She's incredible. So the premise of this one was like a 90s pop star, think like Britney, Christina Aguilera, like Jessica Simpson. And I listened to this. I gave it a four stars. There were certain things where I was just like, okay, like, I don't know if it's because I read it, like I listened to it instead of reading it. The beginning was super choppy to me. It wasn't until like halfway through the book where I was like, oh, okay, it kind of like seemed more concise. The earlier chapters where it's like her childhood, those are just like, you know, confusing. And then the characters, other than the main character, were kind of annoying. Like her best friend, I'm like, she like gets mad at her for something that she doesn't even care about, and I'm like, you know. And then like the guy she likes, oh my god. But I really liked the ending. I thought it was cute. I thought it was like a cute message. Like, I don't know if the author read Britney's memoir before writing this or like while writing this, but there were like a lot of parallels. I would say like what's her name? Amber. Yeah. She's like, think like Britney Spears, but like way more provocative, you know, bigger boobs, and people like sexualize her a lot more. So she like leans into that. I feel like Britney leaned into that a little bit, but it wasn't like, she wasn't like filming a music video where someone's like spraying a water bottle in her face, like that kind of stuff. So that's just like the main difference, but I really, really enjoyed it, and I want to buy the physical book because this was just like up my alley personally. But if you're not interested in like early 2000s pop culture or like pop stars, I don't think it's like everyone's cup of tea. Drum roll please. I finally read it. Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I gave this one a 4 stars. I thought I was gonna be like obsessed with it. Slightly, like it was good. I liked it. I immediately, when I finished this, I went to Barnes & Noble and I got the second one because duh. But it's like this world's kingdom had like a plague, and the people that survived the plague ended up getting like superpowers, like kind of like X-Men. I don't know if X-Men like got sick and got superpowers. I think they were just born with it. But the king blamed the plague on people who didn't have powers. So our main character doesn't have powers, hence the title. She is powerless. And, you know, along the way, she ends up being submitted to these like trials. Think like Hunger Games. Like Queen literally had a bow and arrow. I was like, okay, it's a little heavy-handed, but yeah, she's in the trials, and like the whole point is like she doesn't have powers, but everyone else does. And you kind of just see the drama unfold there. There's a little bit of like a love triangle, not really, like she likes one guy way better, but it's a little bit awkward because they're brothers. but it went a little haywire. So that's why I got the second one right away. I'm reading it right now and I am really liking it. It was really sad too, like the ending of this one. Like this poor main character, she just like literally has gone through it. So yeah, Powerless was a 4-star. I read the novella because I didn't know if you had to read the novella before the second book, because usually it's like the novella will give you, like, if the novellas come out like before a sequel, usually they are interconnected. I gave this one a 4-star too. It follows her friend Adina, and it's like what Adina did while Peyton was in the trials. And it was cute, it was quick. I'm wondering if like we'll see some characters from this in Reckless. So that's why I kind of prioritized reading this before the second one. Then the last book I listened to this month was How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. I was not amused. I listened to it. It was so long. It was like 12 hours long, 419 pages. Yeah, it did not need to be like that. The premise was really interesting. The main character, I've never not liked a main character like this much. Like, I hate entitled people and people who think like they're always right and like they can do no wrong.